Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's November 1st, 2022. We're into a new month, but I still got some things to show you that showed up from last week, and that's these two envelopes. One came from Kim in Maryland, and the other came from Kyler in Prince Edward Island here in Canada, and they both are related to stamps, so I thought I'd merge the two together. I'm going to start with the one that came from Kim. Show you those stamps again too, just in case you didn't see the video from last week. There are the stamps that came on the envelope. And the stamps that came inside may be of interest to you if you're interested in the World Cup or soccer, or football as you may want to call it. Maybe you're interested in Disney. They all have a relation to what I'm about to show you. So let's get to it. So here we have the Disney-inspired World Cup 1982 that took place in Spain. And they were put out by the Caribbean island nation called the Commonwealth of Dominica. I had to look it up. I didn't know much about it, so I was glad to do so. It is a country that has about 72,000 people, so about 50,000 less than the city I live in in this nation. And the history behind the nation was it was originally settled by the Arawak people from South America, and then the Europeans come through. Apparently Columbus passed by in his travels, but the French really occupied it and took over in 1690 and stayed there until 1763. At the end of the 7 Years' War, the British took over. So English is the language that's there now. And in 1978, the Commonwealth of Dominica became an independent nation. So seeing these stamps came out 4 years after their independence, I'm curious to see what their role was at the World Cup in 1982. Thank you, Kim, for giving me a chance to learn about a different place. I never knew anything about the Commonwealth of Dominica. So having those stamps, I'm just looking at them once again off to the side, getting a chance to get those stamps and learn a little bit about the country, do some research on it, and find out their history. And then probably realizing they weren't at the World Cup in 1982, but that they were putting out stamps in order to support it. I can't imagine a country that has a population of 72,000 has a team that was strong enough to make the World Cup. If you know anything about soccer or football in the Commonwealth of Dominica, leave me a note. Tell me what you know about their country. Maybe you're from their country and you happen to be watching the channel. That'd be cool. Yeah, send me a message. All right, the next thing I'm going to move on to is the stamps that came from Kyler in Prince Edward Island. There are the stamps that he put on his envelope. If you've been watching the channel and some of these stamp episodes I've done in the past, Kyler has been generous enough to send stamps. And in the past, they've all been from Japan. Not the case this time. We're moving to a completely different country. And I don't think I have many of these stamps in my father's collection. So not a lot probably from this country. Let me show you what country. This time Kyler has blessed me with some stamps from Pakistan. And I don't think there's a lot of Pakistani stamps in my father's collection. He has some from India, but not Pakistan. And they have a variety of different topics. This is kind of a creepy one, but certainly saying that drugs and children certainly don't mix. Drug abuse and what it does to the country. So they've got some stamps that are advocating for proper health and saving Mother Nature. We've got some religious stamps. Fourth World Conference on Women. When I think of Pakistan, I don't really think of jet skis, but National Water Sport Gala in Karachi. It's a military. Older looking stamps in here, some of the different architecture. World Summit for Children. Another National Water Sport one that goes with the other one. Save Juniper Forests. When I saw this World Food Day, I originally thought World Postcard Day, but no, it wasn't. It's a Postal Union stamp. Another one of the water sports. All these bird ones, and made me think of Basil and his love for animal stamps. Another Postal Union one. There's ball hockey. When I saw these stamps of the two snakes, it made me think of my wife and her fear of snakes. Very themed oriented, some of these stamps. Himalayan black bear. I guess in the mountains, bears there too. Scouts. This one's upside down. Let's put it right way up. Conference on Nutrition. I like these ones here. Another stamp that's been turned. So you found a favorite yet? Do you have a theme that you like to go by? I'll show you stamps from a distance. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Pakistan, it is right around India and China and Afghanistan and Iran. It's kind of in that section of countries. It happens to be the 5th most populous country in the world. 243 million people live there. One of the largest Muslim countries in the world too. It got its independence from the British Empire in 1947. Yeah, so it's got a lot going on. It is a growing economy. Yeah, it's a powerhouse country that a lot of the times, as North Americans, I think, we don't really think too much about it. So I am glad that Kyler has opened my eyes a bit more through stamps and has sent us this snapshot of some of the postal stamps that Pakistan has put out over the years, and given me a chance to do a little research on their country as well. And I certainly could go into deeper. And I think it's one of the things I want to do as I get stamps from countries, I want to talk a little bit about them. And you know, if I get stamps from the same country several times, then I'm going to dig deeper and find more facts about those countries, just to try to add to the history side of it. I'm a historian as far as my university degree is a history and political science major, so I don't really use that as a mailman. So maybe I can use it in the videos a little bit and impart a little bit of historical knowledge of whatever I can find when I see these stamps. If you want the detailed information about every individual stamp, I'm not the person to go to for that. There are many great channels like Snail Mail with Smokey, who gives you more details about each individual stamp when he shows them. I kind of do an overview, broad snapshot of stamps, and then talk about my personal experiences or stories over them. And if I can delve deeper and find out some history, then that's what I'm going to do. So I want to thank Kyler and Kim, I'm going to grab the envelopes, for the 2 envelopes they sent this past week, and for all the stamps, and for hopefully the creation of this video, and those of you who enjoy stamps to get a chance to see a few stamps that maybe I haven't seen in a while. And that's the last time, or second last time I'm going to say the word stamps in this video. So, have a good magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Bye.